still treating this kind of like this is the end of fall camp, or are you treating this like this is game week?
This is game week. This is game week. Yeah. We did a little bit of game prep stuff today. It's like game week, man. It's finally here.
Yeah. How fun is it for you to kind of like get back into that groove and know, like, all right, Saturdays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, that's the business, that's the goal.
No, definitely. I feel like it's real fun trying to get back in that groove. Just, I feel like the energy in the building was just real up today. Like everything just felt good. And, finally game planning for another opponent and our offense.
Yeah, and obviously just with the excitement of, obviously the fan base, and obviously with the fact that, exactly 1 week from today, 50,000 people are going to be in the building, the energy around the program over the offseason. I mean, how exciting is that for you, considering what the week 1 environment was last year and the excitement of what it could be this year? Yeah.
Man, it shows that, what Coach Dilly been preaching since day one, activating the Valley. I feel like me being here my first year, just the first game, then last year the first game, and this year I can only imagine what it's going to be like. So just the whole progress and the growth of the fan base and, the Valley activated.
What would you say the biggest part, I guess, of the secondary over the course of camp? Where do you feel like the biggest room of growth has been made since the start of camp? You feel like with especially with the amount of guys who may be experiencing it for the first time and all of you veterans, what do you guys feel like you had the goals and you feel like you met them maybe as we know?
I feel like our communication is just way better than last year. I feel like that's one thing we've been harping on, Coach Ward's been harping on, so we just been communicating very well. I feel like that's the step one, for the play lineup, we got to communicate, all be on the same page. So that's one thing we've been focused on. So I feel like that's taking a big step from last year.
And what? Oh no, go ahead.
How's that? Kind of related note. The chemistry with Javan, heading in as some top guys in the room.
It just make it easy, man. When you got a guy like Javan out there, just somebody that you just real close with off the field and on the field, it just makes it way easier knowing that we're gonna go out there and we just always pushing each other. I feel like we got that relationship with each other, and we want to see each other win. He make a play, I'm gonna be right there. I make a play, he gonna be right there to celebrate. So it's just a great relationship with him, and I feel like even all the other corners, even the safeties too, like we all got a bond like that.
What have been the unique traits, at least from Coach BC's standpoint, of like what he's been looking at of you guys, at least on the leadership roles?
Yeah.
What at least has he been complimenting you guys, and what pieces do you feel like you guys still need to work on as you guys are preparing for like an actual opponent?
Yes, sir. Coach BC has just been challenging us, just being leaders, vocal leaders. So I feel like me and Javan, we're kind of like more of quiet guys, more lead by example type of guys. So the challenge this year was kind of going in, and we got to me and him being the returning starters, we got to be vocal. So that's one thing we've gotten way better at. And then also they just been preaching on staying on the little details. That's for like them helping us stay on the little details. I feel like it's just making us way better.
And obviously you stand across the line from them, but seeing the improvements that obviously with Jordan, but with the rest of the receiver room and what the improvements that they have made going against them one-on-one, not only at Camp T but also in the weeks since. What have you kind of seen out of them, at least in the one-on-ones, and how do you feel like you're prepared to at least go one-on-one against somebody now?
I feel like just going against those guys every day just makes me better, man. The work that I see them put in day and day out, JT, Malik, Turbo, Jalen Moss, all them guys, I feel like they come in and they work every day. So going against them guys has definitely got me way better, and I feel like I'm going to be prepared for this season.
Being a roommate with Kyson, what is that like? Obviously you guys are very close and have a history there, but sharing the room with one of the offensive leaders.
Yeah, I feel like it's good just having a good balance, like that. And then coming home, telling him we won practice, him telling me they won practice, things like that. Me and Kyson, SIP relationship, we just just brothers for real. That's like a brother from another mother, man. We just locked in, and I feel like we got that relationship where we just push each other, kind of like me and Javan, similar. We just always pushing each other to be great. I see him lacking or slacking or slouching, I'm gonna tell him, come on, bro. He say vice versa, man. And
question in the back.
What's up?
So I heard you're like big bro to everybody on the team. How's your response on that?
Nah, man, this is big bro right here, man. That's big bro right there.
Thank you, sir.
With Kyson, obviously, with the number change now, is there any like a friendly competition of who's the real K1?
I'm the real K1. He is S1 PP, still with a 1 in it. We always had that conversation. That's cool though, but it's friendly. Like he'll call me Uno, or I call him 1, or I call him Uno, he call me 1. It's different, like different variations of it. But I'm K1 though.
So of course, you mentioned kind of turning that page to game prep now. What are some early kind of impressions about NAU, what they do offensively? Obviously, had some success last year coming in ranked amongst FCS teams.
I feel like they're just watching a little bit of them so far. I feel like they're a very good team. I feel like they're a team that has a great scheme. They can scheme things up, and I feel like we're not on top of our communication and stuff like that. They can hit us on some plays. So I feel like the challenge for us is really just trying to communicate and everybody being on the same page.
Yeah, talking about kind of the clash between